Welcome to the 9th episode of WTV. I'm Caroline. On this edition, we learn the effects of teachers mixing their personal and professional lives. But first, Erin investigates the upcoming crisis the district will face.
This next year, Westside will be having some changes in their finances due to a predicted shortfall of $5.5 million. Superintendent Dr. Blaine McCann explains how he sees it.
School districts are facing, budget gaps, I like to call them, the gap between our expenses and the revenue that we're bringing in.
Assistant Superintendent Dr. Rickley sees many things that have led to these financial problems.
For the last 2 to 3 years, we've been in a climate where we've had to make some cuts. Our costs continue to escalate, while our two main revenue sources, specifically state aid and property taxes, have remained essentially flat for the last 2 or 3 years. So the biggest challenge is going to be when facing stagnant revenue and increasing expenses, how do we continue to meet the needs of all learners?
With the cuts being made throughout the district, McCann wants to make sure it does not affect student learning.
We're designing a set of objectives that we want to accomplish with the budget. So every decision that we make, we want to be able to make sure that we, for instance, minimize the impact on class size, minimize the impact on professional development for teachers, minimize the impact on extracurricular and co-curricular activities.
District 66 plans to try and fix the problems through a combination of balancing funds and the thought-out cuts.
The district is looking at a number of changes as we move ahead to 2013-14 and beyond. Our philosophy has been that we don't want to do anything to the school district that's going to change who we are. For the last few years, the types of things that we've had to do include renegotiating with vendors to get lower premiums on monthly bills, for example. We've dramatically reduced the amount of staff travel for both teachers and administrators. I will tell you that for the last 2 years, we've also reduced staff members.
District 66 plans to try and fix the problems through a combination of balancing funds and well-thought-out cuts.
What is it that we need to do to continue to grow? Just because we've always done something this way doesn't mean we always continue to do it. So we might need to add on and let something else go as we move forward. Again, protecting that important one, the philosophy that we have as a school district, which I think is important, and two, where do we make sure we help our students be able to reach their potential.
After all is said and done, Westside plans to try to keep things as routine as possible in the classroom. For WTV, this has been Erin.
With winter formal right around the corner, Battle of the Bands has become a tradition that SAB and Westside students put on every year. Laurel Ocken, SAB member, talks about the preparation.
For Battle of the Bands, what we do is we'll decorate the auditorium a little bit, but the most important thing that we have to do is we have to just decide what bands are going to perform and go through the whole audition process with the bands.
With 15 bands auditioning, only a selected few will play at Battle of the Bands.
Here we have 6 bands and only 5 are performing in the actual competition, and then we have one group of just senior boys who's performing during the voting.
Here's a preview of what we'll see at winter formal.
For some action, and it's out there somewhere. Feel the electricity right there.
For WTV, this has been Emily and Alex.
Going to see a guidance counselor is common for students. Westside Community Schools has taken a step further, however, and partnered with Arbor Family Counseling to provide more in-depth counseling for students. Westside Special Services Director Steve Milliken is in charge of the partnership with Arbor Family Services and Westside.
Well, I started talking about it with our principals a year ago, and so we kind of talked through what the needs were. And then the school psychologists and the school counselors, we had conversations with them. They actually design some thoughts on what we should put together in a partnership.
Westside High School guidance counselor Mike McCann says there's more than individual counseling provided.
Any student can access Arbor Family Counseling Services. In addition to that, Arbor Family will also set aside emergency or crisis counseling time. So any student within the district who is experiencing a crisis and needs to see a counselor, they will be scheduled, I believe, within 48, maybe possibly 72 hours at Arbor Family Counseling as well.
Westside isn't the first school in Omaha to build a partnership with Arbor Family Counseling. Counselor Dick Lundquist tells us more about the impact they've made in the public school scene.
We currently have contracts with the Ralston School District, with the Blair School District, with Bennington Schools, and with Elkhorn Schools.
McCann says for more information, contact your guidance counselor. For WTV, this has been Nika and Hannah with the help of Aaron.
Every morning, most students wave goodbye to their parents at home. But for some, going to school is a family affair. PE instructor Sally Shepard and her son, freshman Jackson Gates, started going to school together this year.
My expectations were that he would just be treated like every other kid. You know, that he's just another student, just another in the freshman class.
Assistant Principal Trudy Nolan and her son, freshman AJ Nolan, expected many changes with being at the same school.
He found parts of it a little more difficult maybe than he thought it might be with having his mom here, but I think he anticipated more problems or changes before coming here and found out that there weren't that many changes.
Sophomore Morgan Zabel found having her mom, zoology instructor Brenda Zabel, at the high school was an advantage.
It was an advantage because I'd already been here a lot, for sports and just to see her, so I knew the building pretty well. I didn't get lost that much, and if I was confused or freaked out, I could just come in here.
The nice thing was that he knew the layout of the building already, so he can't ever use getting lost like a lot of the freshmen do.
Students can agree on another advantage with having their parents at school.
When I need money, it's a great thing because I know where to find it.
Easy money.
In homeroom, when he asked to go see his mom to get money.
Teachers also found benefits to having their children at the same school as them.
I know the progression of the curriculum, and I know how Power School works, and I know how iCal works.
The fact that I know what her routine is like, her day, but I'm also glad that the building is big enough that we're not constantly on top of each other all the time.
You don't know, I guess, until you really have your own child is here, on how busy they really are between classes, outside activities, athletics, all those different kinds of things, until I guess you're driving them there or making sure they have rides or any of those different kinds of things.
Going to school with your parents is something only few students get to experience. For WTV, this has been Grace. Thanks, Grace. Up next, Anna looks into a Westside alum who's hitting some home runs in Philadelphia, and Danilo explores the controversy being caused by two popular websites.
From T-ball as a child to first baseman in high school, Westside alumni Darren Ruff has made his dreams come to life by making it to the Major League Baseball and playing for the Philadelphia Phillies after college. Ruff explains how his baseball career got started and how it evolved into what it is now.
Well, I didn't, quite know if I'd get that opportunity, but, I got drafted after my last year of college at Creighton in 2009. I went into it treating it as, to see if this is something I want to do for a while, or, if it was just going to be a quick kind of 3-year thing. And, everything worked out for me last year.
During the off-season, Ruff spent his time training in his hometown of Omaha and will go back to play for the Phillies in February. Bob Greco, Westside Varsity Baseball and Ruff's former coach, explains why he has succeeded.
What Darren did do, just totally positive. He didn't let things bother him. It bothered him for a very little amount of time, because there's a ton of failure, and there's a lot of people that are as good as you are. But what happens is, with injury and attitude, people drop off as you move up the ladder, and so he's resilient.
Ruff gives his years at Westside credit for helping him thrive.
Westside played a big role in, you know, not just the type of baseball player I became, but you know, through playing all the sports I did and having all the teammates and coaches, kind of just you know, progressed me as an athlete, I would say. As a person, all my teachers and things like that, you know, played a big role in who I am now, what I believe in.
For WTV, this has been Anna. Blood, sweat, and tears make up a typical Monday night at Westside High School. Intramural basketball is in full swing, and the teams are working hard to prepare for their season.
Well, it's pretty simple. In preparation for every intramural game, we pretty much just do 3-a-days here in the activity gym. We lift some weights. I put up 315 on the bench press, and I lead us to every win.
Many teams see this as a fun activity.
Basketball's awesome. I'm thinking about going into the WNBA? The WNBA.
But others think differently.
We take this very seriously. We've lost both games. There have been serious consequences.
Obviously we didn't do very well, so we have to run sprints in the morning just to like condition.
We broke a girl's ankle.
The refs take it just as seriously.
Well, you know, it's a lot of fun. I do it for fun, not the money.
Well, it's a very tough job. You know, we've had to kick a couple parents out. They get a little rowdy.
Juniors Cora Watanabe and Liz Ketelek explain how their team prepares for
We like to do some moves that my Pilates instructor showed us, especially for the intramural basketball games.
Team Tie-Dye won the girls' championship, and the boys' division will battle in their championship game February 24th. For WTV, this has been Rachel and Joe.
With the soccer season approaching, some Westside players have already committed themselves to a college team. Kristen Manley has been playing soccer since she was 4 years old and will continue to play throughout her college career.
Something about when I touch the ball just makes me feel like I have a lot of power and I can do anything with it.
Manley plans on playing soccer at Concordia after she graduates from Westside this year. Manley has been working hard at this sport for a while.
I saw that Concordia was most beneficial for my future. Last year I used to work out like 3 times a week, but now it's 6 days out of the 7.
Another soccer player that has verbally committed to a college is junior Summer Khalil.
Sophomore year was when Creighton was interested in me, and then junior year, like beginning of junior year is like when I took action.
Westside soccer coach Nathan Mosley expresses what he thinks will be the hardest adjustment for the girls in college.
And they've just worked really hard at getting better at soccer, but also just their work ethic in general at fitness is like that's what separates these girls from other girls.
Summer participates in the Westside preseason conditioning to get ready for this year's upcoming season.
I enjoy Westside soccer because I love my coach and I love all my teammates on it.
Although the girls might have some tough adjustments to the college lifestyle, committing to a team is an exciting experience. For WTV, this has been Maddie and Chelsea.
The website Reddit is no longer accessible on the computers at Westside High School. Thomas Jorgensen is a regular visitor of Reddit, as well as a Westside student.
Yeah, I go on Reddit about every day just to kind of check up on news and new links that kind of get on the front page.
Jorgensen and many other students are angered by the fact that Reddit is blocked, while Pinterest remains unblocked.
I think Reddit should be unblocked and maybe Pinterest should be blocked, just because like Pinterest is just ideas of like cool pictures of creations and knickknacks.
Franny Camarada, a regular visitor of Pinterest, describes what the website is.
It's like a photo gallery of random things that people post.
Camarada agrees with Jorgensen, even though she's a regular visitor of Pinterest.
I think that if one's blocked, they both should be blocked because people do it for the same reason or go on the website for the same reason.
Rob Uckman, Westside computer technician, has said that Pinterest remains unblocked due to the Family Consumer Science Department needing it for a journalism piece. Even though students like Jorgensen and Camarada say the posts on Reddit can be very informational, the website will remain blocked. With WTV, this has been Danilo.
Caroline, who are you asking to win a formal?
Probably Big Mike.
I'll probably just ask him by like shooting him a text or something.
I really want to ask Sam.
She's asking him? I don't think so.
Wait, Katie wants to ask him too? Whatever, I'll just beat her to it.
Oh my god, guys, can someone please tell me which one to get?
If this dress doesn't come in before winter formal, I'm seriously gonna be so mad.
Okay, seriously guys, this isn't funny anymore. Someone needs to step it up and have the after party.
Oh my god, does my butt look too big in this dress?
Oh, so all the guys are saying no to us? Oh, they're going in a guy group.
Oh, good one! You got us there! I still don't know who to ask.
Hi, I'd like to make a makeup appointment.
Seriously, you guys, I just really don't want Chelsea to be in our group.
Hi, I'd like to make a hair appointment.
Wait, so the girls pay for dinner, or?
Hi, I'd like to make a nail appointment.
I'd like to make a reservation for 20.
Hi, I'd like to make a spray tan appointment.
What do you mean you don't have a reservation?
God, I'm pale.
I should have got a darker spray tan.
Okay, this isn't funny anymore. Someone needs to step it up and have the after party.
Do you think my hair looks good? Or should I do it more?
Insta formal!
For WTV, this has been Dilnoza and Emily.
Thanks for watching this episode of WTV. Be sure to tune in March 1st to watch episode 10.